letter. I want to get these out the way. Where my section H, 8, like my wife say.
Bring it out.
I say what I want to say. Section 8.
Section 8, let's get it.
Yeah. See, public housing. Did we know that it was started in 1937 or we thought it started in 1970? But see, these are the lies that are pushed upon our people. Let me see where I want to go. I want to go through here. I should have had it highlighted. Go to that second. Just read it through, man. I'm going to go through it right quick. I just want to show y'all something.
Section 8 Act of 1937. This is the history of how public housing in the United States originally conceived as an inviolable housing for working whites.
Hold up, for who?
Working whites.
Why did they need housing?
Uh-oh.
See, y'all don't see. We so gummed up with. See, we believe all the lies that they have told us.
Right. Right.
But read.
Has become a prism through which some Americans see poor blacks. It's a history that explains how some of the most visible public projects in big cities became, over decades, almost exclusively black.
Who do you think they built them projects for first?
Bring it out.
Bring that out. Bring that out.
They don't like that.
See, we'll bleed because we in there. We always was in there. Keep reading.
How the residents living there came to be along the country's most deeply impoverished. Today, households receiving government housing assistance, from traditional public housing to the private market vouchers, it expired live on average incomes of less than $13,000 a year.
Keep reading.
In response, the federal government paid for the construction of hundreds of thousands of new housing units, many built on land where slums have been raised. The homes were considered modern and pristine, a dramatic step towards better housing from overcrowded urban tenements.
Hold up, urban tenements. Keep reading.
Residents paid rent that was supposed to cover the cost of upkeep. Most of these early projects were built for whites.
Hold up, they was built for who?
Built for whites.
Oh, man, we don't know no history, do we? We thinking they was always in the suburban neighborhoods, man.
Bring it out.
But listen at this. Keep reading.
And whites of a particular kind, the barely poor. As Val...
The who?
The barely poor.
So these wasn't really built for poor peoples. Keep reading.
As Val puts it, the upwardly mobile working class with father working in factory jobs.
Hold up, they had fathers in them too. Read.
Housing agency required tenant families to have stable work and married parents.
Hold up, what was it set up for them to get on their feet?
Bring it out.
Keep reading.
Children out of wedlock were rejected.
Hold up, keep reading.
Housing authority managers visited prospective tenants, often unannounced, to check on the cleanliness of their homes and their housekeeping habits.
Nobody care about the blinds tore up now, though, but read.
The idea, people
Bring it out.
intend to voice it explicitly, was that you could be too poor for public housing.
Oh, you can be too poor. Why are you thinking we in this condition?
Bring it out.
Because of public housing. Public housing have ruined the black community.
That's right.
This is a big issue. Nobody want to address it. But being a man, but read.
In many cities, the truly poor remained in tenements, where comparable public housing was developed for blacks. It was strictly segregated.
Hold up, it was what?
Strictly segregated.
Your government, but read.
St. Louis Pruitt-Igoe project, completed in 1954.
I don't been there, but read.
Housed whites in the Igoe apartment and blacks in the Pruitt homes. More often, though, housing for blacks and whites was located in separate parts of a city.
Why do you think the government is behind everything? The division, the black and white, the Republicans and the Democrats. You got it all, man. They want to keep people divided so they stay in power.
Right.
But jump down to verse, as whites barely poor. Read that.
As the whites barely poor moved out as the strict criteria for who could live in public housing faded, the median incomes of the families there began to fall.
Hold up, the income began to fall. Read.
In 1950,
Read on.
the median household in public housing earned about 57% of the national median income.
Oh, I didn't know they had money, but read.
That number fell to 41% by 1960. Then 29%.
Hold up, 29? So who you think moving in now? You. Read.
By 1970. By the 1990s, the median family in public housing made only about 17%, what the median family in America made.
The number one problem in the black community is the black housing assistance. That's the biggest issue because it makes people lazy as hell, man.
Teach.
They don't want to do nothing. They want to sit up and smoke and don't do nothing. These people don't even walk their children to school. I've seen it with my own eyes. Send them out the house, man. Don't care nothing about them. They go out in the house with in the wintertime with no coats on, man. I've seen it. I've seen it. I've seen it. Let's go to this, the Mother's Pension.
Teach.
The Mother's Pension Act. Read this.
The Mother's Pension Act. The Mother's Pension Program was a needs-based program established on a state-by-state basis between 1911 and 1931.
Why do y'all not understand? Nobody knows nothing. But everybody, you see all these Israelites, man, they coming at you with doctrine. Sit down somewhere, man.
Bring it out. Bring it out.
Trying to build a nation here. You coming in here, don't retarded tail, don't know nothing.
Bring it out.
This is wrong, man. This is what's wrong with our communities, man. The father, the image. You take all these things and destroy it. What you got now? A destroyed community.
That's right.
You got a